Hello everybody and welcome back to Only Frames. This is the home of below average pool. Today we have got Chris taking on Joe. So the below average might be sparsely used today. These two are the top of the tree in Division 1. And yes, you've probably recognised this isn't the philosophical quotations of Scott, the energetic, aura-inspiring, attention-grabbing notes of Tom or Brad commentating. It is me. Normally, I get stuck with the horrible games that I'm playing in, but today I've been trusted with a decent game. I'm hoping it's going to be a decent game because of who's playing. So let's get into it. So Joe's at the table at the minute. He's chosen yellows. And yeah, this is going to be a good game. I'm going to enjoy it because these two know how to hold a cue, know how to pot, know how to play pool. And I can't see him messing up here, to be honest. Well, apart from that yellow in between the top two reds there. But bit of left, maybe. See if he can get it out into the open. Oh, not quite. And the cursed middle pocket is real. How many times me and Brad have said this? It is real. And it has now affected Joe. One of the best potters in the division has been affected by it. So, yeah, I think we can now safely assume it is not the fact that me and Brad are just awful at pool. That middle pocket is cursed. So now Chris is at the table. He's on reds. And I'd like to say that these are all there for him. I cannot see any reason why Chris wouldn't be able to clear this up and take an early 1-0 lead. I don't see any problem balls at all. The only issue is where the cue ball is. I think it's high up the table, so he might have, unless he's going to go for a long pot, which I don't think he is, he's going to have to figure out a way on his last ball if he can get up the table, unless he leaves that middle one just to the left there as his last ball, perhaps. Just to swing that cue ball back up the table. Yeah, I think, he left the middle ones. He's going to work his way back up to the table, I think. Yeah. Look at me calling out a pattern. Never thought I'd see the day. Yeah, nicely done. Play a little stun shot maybe into that top right pocket, or maybe with a little bit of a screw to bring it back slightly to give him the angle to get back up the table for that left-hand one. Have I called it? Oh, I think I might have. Let's see if he can pull it off. Yeah, a little screw back. Nice little angle to get back up the table. Simple as you like. He can't miss this from now. Is this going to be an early 1-0 lead for Chris? Can he get round that yellow? Yes, he can. Nice little bounce off the cushion. Beautifully done. Well done, Chris. And he is going to take a 1-0 lead. Yes, he is. Cue ball into the middle. No. Nothing to worry about there. So into frame 2, Chris is on the break. And he has taken an early 1-0 lead against Joe. I do believe Joe is top of the table currently in Division 1. Unfortunately, after 2 unbeaten seasons in Season 3, Chris has suffered some defeats. And I think it might be playing on his mind a little bit for the rest of the season. He's definitely going to be kicking himself over it, considering who they were against. I won't tell you it was Brad, but it was Brad. In the handicap cup that we've got going on. So for the first time, Chris isn't going to win something this season. And he's missed a ball into the top left pocket there, bringing Joe back onto the table. He is yellows and he's got a few-ish problem balls, especially that one at the top next to those two reds. One on the cushion shouldn't be too much of a problem with that red being there. It might open up the pocket a little bit if he does miscue it slightly. Yeah, I think he's going to go for that one first. He's looking at the angle, I think, to try and free up that yellow in the top middle. Give it a bit of right. Hit it with enough pace. Oh, he went for it. Was very unlucky there, I think. But I think that might have been a bit too much pace. But didn't get the right angle for the cue ball because it just went dead straight across the table and back again. So Chris is now back. He's not going to want to try and move those reds just yet, just in case he doesn't stay at the table, because obviously it's protecting from the yellows. Is he going to squeeze this past? Yep, he's going to try and cover the pocket as best he can. He's left Joe absolutely nothing apart from that one in the middle. Straight down shot and lovely cueing. And he's glued to the cushion slightly. Not fully glued because it did have a little bounce. But still, it's going to be hampered cueing. But shouldn't be an issue for Joe. I don't think the middle pocket's open. I think the black might be in the way. Yeah, he's going to go straight up the table. And that is giving him quite a nice angle to try and free out that yellow now, I believe. Should he be able to pop this other yellow into the top left corner? Let's see if he's got it in him. Well, he's broken them reds apart. He's left himself completely awkward. I don't know what he's going to do here. What a fantastic shot. And even Chris agrees. Because, yeah, that's a shot I'd play. Absolutely exquisite. Nothing fluky about it. Yeah, that is a massive fluke. But Joe, he's got off lightly there. He's managed to drag it back to 1-1 into the third frame. And that's a big old break. Few clustered up in the bottom there, butter black. But, again, it's not going to be one of those below average times where the likes of myself again or Brad at the table where we're just going to bash balls around the table until they eventually free up. Where's that black going? Oh, wouldn't want that. And there's me again, because that is something else I would do. A fluke and a pot the black halfway through the frame. Well, say halfway through, that was right at the beginning. Chris has gone 2-1 up thanks to Joe. Didn't even need to get to the table for that. I wasn't expecting that. That is pure Division 2, below average pool content from Division 1 players. And Joe is not quite snookered Chris there, but he's played him a very awkward shot and left him nothing but to clear that pocket in the top left corner. Chris is gonna try and get down the bottom of the table again, which he hasn't left himself a great position, but again, Chris isn't known for playing good positional shots. I can only imagine he's going to try and tuck Joe up here. Yeah. Still, he's left him a ball. I think you can see that far left one, but it doesn't leave him much. Unless he gives it a bit of left and he comes back off the cushion into that red to clear it away from the yellow. And also he's got that one right at the top. But he's got to play it of enough pace to get back down the table, I think. Unless... Oh, this is something that will make Scuttle giddy. They're trying to stitch each other up. Hasn't stitched them completely because obviously that cue ball was out in the open, but he's left Chris the long pot, which shouldn't have too much problem there. Nope. And I think he's tried to give it enough top to try and free up that other yellow off the cushion, not the cue. But he sent himself all the way back up the table again. Again, can't play position, but can play pool. Very, very contradicting statements. I can't see what he's going to do unless he's going to try the Brad special and double it into the middle pocket. No. Oh, squeeze it past that red. No, too much bounce. Good opportunity for Joe to clear up this that red that he's pointing at there. Thank you, Joe, for pointing that out for the viewers who are still watching. Yeah, nicely done. Should have a nice little angle to get back up the table because I do think that red clears past that yellow into that top right pocket. Bit of screw. Ping! Yeah, look at that. Expertly done. It's as if he's played the game before. Yeah, have a quick look. We'd all do the same, but we don't know what we're actually looking at, whereas Joe does. And that is beautifully done. Joe waiting patiently for whoever's on table 2. Get out of the way. Let's make it Desmond. 2-2. Yep, there we go. Beautifully done into frame 5. And there's a loop ball. and there it is right in the bottom right-hand corner, £274 we are now up to. For those of you that are new to the channel, every time there is a loo ball, that's if the white ball is potted or goes sailing off the table to the other side of the pool hall, it's £1 to charity, and our chosen charity is Angels for Dogs. As you saw there, there's Mark. Hello, Mark. As you saw there, that is up to £274. So at the end of the season, once it's all finished, that money will be going to Angels for Dogs. A great cause. Have a look online. They do fantastic work for those little puppies. Anyway, back to it. Say this is frame 5. Chris is at the table and he is on yellows. He's only got 2 left. And he's going to go for the cursed middle pocket. He's got no other option unless he wants to send it long down the table. Is it going to attack again? Let's wait and see. The tension's building. It's attacked again. And it's lucky it has attacked because he's... it's such poor positional play again from Chris. But the cursed middle pocket, for once, has actually done him a favour. Or done someone a favour. And Joe's gone for the plant. Unlucky there. Now he's tied that other ball up in the top left corner onto the cushion. Chris hasn't really got any other option here. I don't know if he can double that top one into the bottom left corner. I don't think he's going to try. He's going to try and get back up the table if he can get this into the bottom left. There. Ooh, attempting to clear it away, but he just slightly missed it. That was unlucky there from Chris. I don't think he's got another option other than to just try and do that. And he's pulled it off beautifully. Well done, Chris. I see he was trying to give it a bit of right on the cue ball, so I think he was going to try and come off the top cushion and into the back of that yellow ball, but he's missed it just slightly. That is very unlucky. But giving Joe an opportunity to free up some problem balls here. I don't know if he has or not. I can't see if that yellow's actually cleared that. We'll have to see later on when he comes to it. And he's done well there to get those 2 balls apart from each other and get one into the pocket. And again, it shouldn't be too much of an issue. And oh, there we go. He's cleared it away. Eventually got it done. So yeah, this one into the middle. Does he come back up the table again? Yeah. I wasn't sure if the jaw was in the way there, but obviously it wasn't because he's managed to get it in. Because that left middle pocket isn't cursed. It's just the right one for some reason. It just doesn't like balls going into it. Left himself a little bit high there. I don't think he would want it to be that high. I think he'd prefer to have been a bit lower down. But long shots aren't always an issue for Joe. And he's played that nicely. Can he get over the curse? Can he break the curse and get this into the middle nicely onto the black? Yeah, look at that. Absolutely no problem there whatsoever. And it is 3-2 to Joe. Whew, that was an exciting frame. If you're still watching, this is now frame 6. Chris is at the table. He is playing reds. After taking the lead twice already, Joe has taken his first steps forward. I don't know what I'm talking about now. Chris has taken the lead every time since this game started, and Joe has now taken his first lead. There we go. Got it out in the end. But, Chris was a bit lucky there. I think he can see that left red on the cushion. You can't go for the other ones because Joe's yellow's in the pocket there, down on the bottom right. So Chris got no other option but to sort of go for this one. And, there looked like there was a little roll there at the bottom left as it came sort of back out to the middle, but it just had enough to get into that pocket. Chris is going to want to try and swing this cue ball round. Oh, no. Did he go for the pot? I think he did, because he's staring at that intently, as if to say, why didn't that go in? And now he's tied it up onto the cushion. For those of you recognise him, that's Mark, standing by the doorway. He's one of the ones that has managed to ruffle Chris's feathers this season by delivering him to a defeat. Brad is the other one that everyone knows about. Again, I don't know if Joe went for the pot there, but that's a decent position for it, because that's going to leave Chris a not so easy shot off the cushion, and it's a long shot as well into the bottom. But Chris, I was going to say, isn't too bad at long pots, but he's missed that. It definitely wasn't a roll there. But that is second prize, because he's not left anything easy. If you can hear that noise in the background, that's my daughter's little book making noises. There's no one here. I think my house is haunted. Ooh. Why did that go off? It's going off again. So I'm trying to talk about this game, and I'm being distracted by a child's book that's randomly gone off on itself. It is Halloween. Or coming up to. No, stop it. I'm trying to talk about below average pool. That's not so below average today. Right, back to it. I've missed all of that because of that book. Sorry, guys. Joe's on the black. He's going to make it 4-2. I can't see any reason why. Unless it's a Halloween curse. No, it's not. It is Joe 4-2. Joe is now on the hill. Is there any chance that Chris can salvage a point now? He's going to have to win these next 2 frames if he wants to. If not, if Joe can break and dish here, actually, that could be the end of it for Chris, and he'd be up to a 3rd defeat of the season, and I think that'll put Joe right at the top of the tree in pole position to win Division 1 in Season 3. Almost lost the cue ball there. I've noticed I've not talked about loo balls much today, and that's because hardly any have gone down. Which shows the difference in class between the players that are on show today compared to what you usually get. So hopefully this has been an enjoyable game for everyone. And he hasn't got any... Well, yeah, he has got problem ball. It's that one right in the top, in the right cushion. God, I have no idea what I'm talking about. But he's... Oh, that's actually not too bad. It's a tight squeeze. I don't know if that yellow is touching the red. That might affect it, trying to get into the pocket. But if he plays a cue ball through, follow it through. Ooh, unlucky there from Joe. But again, had he potted it, he would have left himself in a bit of a sticky situation because he's blocked himself off from that red. Is Chris going for the double? Is it the top yellow he's going for? No, bottom yellow. Ooh, squeezed it past. That was very nicely done. And again, all of these are there for Chris to pot. I mean, well, apart from that yellow, that's right next to the red. Because that red, or the black, should I say, because the red's in its way. Where's that black ball going? Ooh, thumbs up from there from Chris, because he's not happy about it. But it didn't go in. So the game's still going. He's still got a chance to claw this back to salvage a point against Joe, or to just extend the game for Joe to maybe inevitably win. I mean, I just don't know what he's going to do about that yellow onto the red if he manages to get onto it. The only thing I can see him doing is playing a skill shot. But I know, well, everyone knows that won't be a problem for Chris. And, oh dear, that's not good. He's missed that one into the middle. And now brought Joe back onto the table. I don't know if he can see that one now. Ooh, Chris got out of the way just in time. That would have been £1 to charity if he'd stayed in the way. And, oh, yeah. Bit of hamper queuing over this yellow, but I can't see Joe having any issues here. Tuck your shirt in, Joe. If you're going for that. Tuck your shirt in, Joe. Tuck your shirt in, Joe. No, he's all right. Got it in nicely. And, yeah, I think this might be it. Straight up the table with a slight angle. Yeah, no problems there. Joe wins 5-2. Chris went for the fist bump. Joe went for the cuddle. Brotherly love there. And that is the end of that match from Division 1. Thanks for watching, guys.